I've been on vacation for a few weeks and then I come back and aliens have landed on this planet. What happened? I don't follow the news for a couple of weeks and now we have aliens? Hey everybody, hope your day is going well. Of course, no aliens yet, but some strong evidence of life on a distant planet. Now, I have seen, a headline before this. That's why I said, I have to look up a video when I come back. And here we are. And let's see what the evidence is, man. Let's go. We're finally
From
here,
UFOs
guys.
to
It's
possible
happening.
alien abductions. We're fascinated by the idea of extraterrestrial life. Now, scientists have found the strongest evidence yet that a planet 124 light years away could be home to life. Researchers detected molecules in the atmosphere on the K2-18b, which on Earth are produced by marine organisms. More data is needed to confirm the findings, as our science correspondent Pallab Ghosh reports.
Yeah, that was about the headline, and then the few lines beneath it, that you can see that they found like traces or evidence that these gases that are produced only by marine life on Earth, they detected it way out there. How did they do that, though? How did they do that? How did they do that?
Could this faraway world be home to life? 18 months ago, scientists detected tiny hints of gas molecules in the atmosphere of planet K2-18b that might have been produced by life. Now, the scientists leading the search told me that the evidence has grown.
It is certainly the strongest sign we have seen yet. Right?
Man,
that can't be denied. So I can realistically say that we could confirm this signal within 1 or 2 years.
If you do, what would this say about the prospect of life on other worlds?
I think if we confirm that there is life on K2-18b, that would basically imply that life should be very common.
Everywhere. It's everywhere, guys. It's everywhere. Come on. I know that a lot of other scientists are more skeptical. I always, am on the side of imagination. I am a writer, of course. I'm a big reader of sci-fi and fantasy and stuff. So I might romanticize that image, but the ingredients are here. If they're here, why can't there be, can they exist? The ingredients for life, they exist. That's all I'm saying. We need the time as well to have that developed, of course. So there have to be the right circumstances, not a lot of, disasters that strike before life can really develop. But it happened once here. If we can find it somewhere else, then we're rolling, right? And we're rolling. And of course, these are, hints, not really confirmed. But I like this kind of news a lot better than some of the other news that's out there, right? And so why not check it out? It's a lot more fun, even if it turns out to be nothing. Yeah, again, this is a lot more fun to do. And a lot of people, nowadays people want to downplay a lot of the great findings in science, whether it's technology-wise or space-wise. Why are we doing that? Come on, you got to remember it was a kid. I can talk to a watch now, guys. Come on, how are we downplaying that? I can watch a YouTube video on my watch. It's fun. Come on, man. Fun news is great too.
In the galaxy.
Oh, yeah.
K2-18b is 2.5 times the size of Earth, and it's 700 trillion miles away.
Man,
the James Webb Space Telescope is so powerful, it can analyze the chemical composition of the atmosphere from the light that passes through it from the small red star it orbits. Its chemical signature seems to suggest that it contains molecules which on Earth can only be produced by living organisms. And it's such a strong signal that if it is home to life, it's plentiful.
Everything that's being spoken here is confidential.
Professor Madhusuddin and his team put the final touches on the scientific paper outlining their findings. Although the evidence for the molecules is increasing, they still don't have enough to say that they're definitely there.
More data will give us more light from this planet, which will give us more certainty that this particular chemical is there. But even with perfect data, you still won't be able to say this is definitely of a biological origin, because loads of strange things happen in the universe, and we don't know what other geophysical activity could be happening on this planet.
These latest results from K2-18b are tentative, but astronomers believe that they're getting ever closer to answering one of the biggest questions in science. Are we alone in the universe?
Ugh. Yeah, that's a great question. The origin of life, and of course, are we alone? Which, both answers are equally scary. We talked about that before. Not being alone is kind of scary, and being alone in this vast universe might even be more terrifying.
Pallab Ghosh reporting in Pallab.
Hey,
The first thing I would say is I think this planet needs a better name than K2-18b. It's not a very poetic name, is it?
It's not a great name.
What's this planet like compared with Earth?
Well, first of all, planets are given letters and numbers because there are a billion in our own galaxy, so we'd soon run out of names. Now, K2-18b is thought to be a gigantic water world. So it's about 2.5 times the size of Earth. It's got a hydrogen atmosphere and a giant ocean underneath that atmosphere. So if there is life there, it will be swimming around in that ocean. Now, it is incredibly exciting that the discovery of life on another world would be the biggest discovery of all time, but we're not there yet. As Catherine Hayman said in my report, we don't know for sure that the gas is still there. We don't know for sure if it just because it's produced by plankton on Earth, it could be produced by other things on another world. However, this is, as Professor Madhusudan said, the strongest evidence yet that there might be life on another planet.
But there's more work to do.
That's nice, man. And, first, real estate agents would go, whoa, how many times the size of Earth? Now we're going to be cooking up there. But then they heard it was all water. Said, dang.
When might they be able to give us a certain answer?
Well, they say they're going to have a certain answer for the presence of these molecules within 2 years. But then the bickering starts because is the gas produced by life or is it produced by some weird volcano or some natural means? So it'll be a gradual process where they'll get evidence perhaps from other worlds, other planets. Chemists will try and reproduce the gas artificially. And then eventually scientists will agree that it probably is from life. But a better chance of finding life is maybe in our own backyard on one of the icy moons of Jupiter or Saturn. And there are lots of spacecraft and probes trying to find just that.
And exciting.
So, it's a question that we've been asking for thousands of years. And now we've got amazing tools and resources to possibly answer that big question.
I mean, there have to be amazing resources, don't they? Because this planet, K2-18b, is so far away.
It's so 124 light years. No one really knows what that means. That's 700 trillion miles. No one really knows what that is. It's just a long, long way away. And if you just think about it, we're able to analyse the atmosphere of that world from a tiny amount of starlight coming to us. So that's amazing. And this will be the first of many planets that will be studied in this way.
Pallab, thank you very much, Pallab Ghosh.
Yeah, man. That's really cool. I always like following news like that. And I'm very interested in the missions, of course, to the moons in our own galaxy, because we can actually physically get there in a few years and maybe do some different type of research than just with the light. And, we can never really get there, right? Physically, at least not in our lifetime. So I'm really looking forward to hearing more news about that as the missions progress. So this is fun. I love this type of stuff. The kid in me is excited. The reader, the writer. yeah, smallest hints, I'm gonna be like a kid in the candy store. So yeah, thank you for checking this out with me. And yeah, if you don't see me anymore, aliens got to me. Aliens got to me. They abducted me. So hey, hopefully tomorrow or maybe later today, there'll be another video. See you in the next one. Peace.